welcome to new module of BioWorld.
In the previous class, we have discussed about bacterial and viral diseases. Today, we are going to discussing about the fungal diseases, disease caused by protozoa and some non-pathogenic diseases. So, shall we begin? So, let's learn about fungal diseases. Fungus are of various types. Some are microscopic, whereas some are macroscopic. They differ in shape, size, texture and color. Now let's see the features of fungus. They are of various types, which includes both unicellular and multicellular. They are basically eukaryotes having a definite nucleus. Some fungus are useful, for example, yeast, decomposers and edible mushrooms, while some are pathogenic. Let's see some uses of fungus. We usually use some fungus for in the form of food, that is edible purposes, which is rich in protein. Some fungus are used for the synthesis of antibiotics or medicines, example penicillin. Some fungus are also used for the cheese production, example Roquefort cheese. Now let's move to pathogenic fungus. How these fungus cause diseases? Similar to bacteria, fungus also produce harmful substance called toxin. These toxins disturb the cellular metabolism of our body. So, the toxins produced by the pathogenic fungus disturb the cellular metabolism and finally result in diseases. Now let's see some disease caused by fungus in human population. First one is the ringworm. Ringworm is caused by a type of fungus. It mainly affects on our skin. And how is it spread? It spreads through contact. So symptoms include round red blisters. Blisters means small bubble-like structure on the skin. So round red blisters on the skin is the main symptom of ringworm disease. Now let's move to another disease, athlete's foot. It is caused by a type of fungus and spreads through contact with contaminated water and soil. So people who are working continuously by standing in wet conditions or contaminated water and soil have the chance of getting athlete's foot. And it affects on the sole of foot as well as between the toes. Sole means the lower side of the foot. The symptoms include appearance of reddish scaly rashes on the skin and itching. Next is a quite common disease among human, that is dandruff. There are so many reasons discovered in relation with the occurring of dandruff. Anyway, it is caused by a type of fungus which is similar to the yeast family. So caused by a type of fungus that feeds on oils on the scalp. So mainly it affects on the head region where there is thick growth of hair. The skin is having a special oil secreting gland called sebaceous gland. So the fungus feeds on oils, and it is not basically that we eat oily food or we use oil in our head. Always there is a mechanism of secreting oil on the skin in order to prevent the infection of other microbes. But if this fungus multiply in an enormous way, that will cause the disease dandruff. So what is the reason for dandruff? It is caused by a type of fungus that feeds on oil on the scalp. The symptoms include flaky skin, itching, hair loss and infection. Certain studies also proven that the imbalance in hormone affects the sebaceous gland, which in turn result in dandruff. For example, stress or tension, then lack of a proper routine in our day-to-day life. All these causes hormonal imbalance which cause the dandruff. So not only due to the healthy habits or hygienic habits, due to tension and stress also there is a chance of occurring dandruff. Now let's see how to prevent fungal diseases. Avoid sharing towels, combs and bed linens. Bed linens means bed sheets or bedspread. So fungus is an organism which can easily spread through direct contact. So avoid sharing towels, then combs, bed linens, etc. Include antioxidants in our diet, for example garlic, coconut oil, oregano. Oregano is a natural herb which is used for seasoning and other dishes. Then turmeric, which is a strong antioxidant which have the ability to control the growth of these type of fungus. Then always wash your hands thoroughly after playing with pets, very important. Keep your feet clean and dry. Try to change out the sweaty shoes as well as the socks as soon as possible. Avoid skin contact with infected person. So personal hygiene is also important to prevent the fungal disease. In addition to that, we always try to include certain antioxidants in our diet in order to fight against the fungal growth. Now let's move to another type of organism which cause disease in animals, that is protozoa. Protozoa are unicellular eukaryotes. In lower classes you might have studied about amoeba, the single cellular organism which have the ability to change the shape. Then next example is paramecium, which is also an aquatic organism. Then euglena with a long flagella, they also coming under protozoa. So these are the major examples of protozoa. Among them, some of them causes diseases. So let's see certain pathogenic protozoa which cause disease. So here we are going to discuss about two major pathogenic protozoa. First one is Plasmodium and the second one is Phylurial worm. So Plasmodium is having a simple structure, whereas Phylurial worm, as the name indicates, it's a worm-like creature, small worm-like creature that affects human. Let's see the first one. The name of the disease is malaria. The pathogen is Plasmodium. And who carries this pathogen? The vector, that is female Anopheles mosquito. As you know, when we take mosquitoes, the females always sucks the blood, whereas the males are vegetarians, they only sucks the plant juice or plant sap. So female Anopheles mosquitoes are the vectors which spreads the Plasmodium and cause malaria. The host is human. The symptoms include high fever with shivering, profuse sweating, vomiting, diarrhea, that is loose motion, and anemia. Next one is Phyluriasis. It is caused by the pathogen called Phylurial worm. The vector is female Culex mosquito, another variety of mosquito which widely spreads this worm to one person, infected person to another person. So female Culex mosquito is the vector and the host is obviously human. And the symptoms include swelling in lymph duct due to blockage of lymph caused by the worm. So usually the symptoms appear as swollen legs, especially in the lymph duct in the leg region, and it will lead to infections and inflammations. Now let's move to non-pathogenic diseases. There are certain diseases which is not caused by pathogens. They are called as non-pathogenic diseases. So it may be broadly classified as lifestyle diseases, that is, change in lifestyle may result in certain diseases, genetic diseases, due to some inborn defects we are getting certain diseases, then occupational diseases, certain diseases related to the job or occupation, such diseases are called occupational diseases. And the last one is deficiency of nutrients, that is a deficiency in diseases, as we have studied in the previous lessons or in previous classes. So let's study each one in detail. So non-pathogenic diseases are broadly classified under 4 major headings: lifestyle diseases, genetic diseases, occupational diseases, and deficiency of nutrients, that is deficiency diseases. First of all, deficiency diseases. You are familiar with many deficiency diseases. For example, goiter. How is it caused? Yes, very good. It is caused due to deficiency of iodine. Next one is anemia. How is it caused? Yes, it is caused due to the deficiency of iron in our daily diet. Next one is rickets, which is caused due to lack of vitamin D. Scurvy due to the deficiency of vitamin C. Night blindness, very familiar to you, in the chapter of eye you have studied, that is night blindness is due to deficiency of vitamin A. Then beriberi, another type of deficiency disorder which is due to vitamin B deficiency. So goiter, anemia, rickets, scurvy, night blindness, beriberi, these are some of the examples of various deficiency diseases. Next one is occupational diseases. Occupational diseases are caused by situations in work sites related to the job or the work site. Some examples of occupational diseases are pneumoconiosis, silicosis, and asbestosis. I repeat, pneumoconiosis, pneumo related to pneumonia, P is silent. So pneumoconiosis, silicosis, and last one is asbestosis. Asbestosis. Pneumoconiosis is a disorder or a disease related to laborers who are engaged in coal mining. So those who are working in coal mining usually get pneumoconiosis. It's a respiratory disorder. Next one is silicosis. Silicosis is related to mining workers, especially in gold, tin, mica, and laborers who are working in quarry, then pottery and ceramics. So people who are working in quarry, pottery, ceramics, and the mining workers, especially gold, tin and mica, have the chance of getting silicosis. Last one is asbestosis. It affects the workers in asbestos factory. So asbestos, as you know, it's used as a roofing sheet and all. So those who are working in asbestos factory might have the chance of getting asbestosis or some sort of respiratory disorders.
So here I am winding up. Thank you.